Hi, Love Bugs. Coach Kara here. So, today we are here with another relationship topic, and this is more of a premarital advice video. All right, so let's just get started. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Okay, so I wanted to kind of provide a little insight on those of you, specifically women, who have been contemplating should you or should you not propose to your man. All right. So, yes, that's what we're going to discuss today. So, here's what. Now, I am totally for any woman or any person being ready to make some sort of advancement into their relationship when they feel that they are ready. Okay. However, well, as life has it, when it comes to having to, consort with another person, it could be a little iffy. All right. So yeah, that's what I want to just share with you, some of the pros and cons of making a proposal of engagement to your future husband. All right. So, firstly, and here's why I say you may have to tread lightly or really give this a lot of thought, depending on the type of man that you have. Okay, so it's going to vary depending on the type. And usually there's really only two types, maybe three, when it comes to wanting to propose to a particular guy. So we have the man who may be the more traditional type, wants to do everything how it always has been done. The man making the proposal to the woman, getting down on one knee, and so on. He may be more traditional. Perhaps he's a bit more of the dominant type, a leader, in his relationships, even outside. So he may want to take the lead on, popping the question, right? So there's that. The guy who is a bit apprehensive, all right? Has your partner really considered marriage? And so there's that, all right? So those are probably some of the main issues that that you could possibly face if you decide to pop the question. So if your guy is one of those types, well, then you may want to prolong that decision, especially if you know he is going to feel a certain way, feel, a bit demasculated or not given the opportunity to take, that initiative just yet. So it may cause a lot of, maybe not a lot, but it may cause some sort of, issues there with him accepting your proposal. Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to wholeheartedly just say no, especially if you do this in front of a crowd. So he's probably more likely going to say yes, a bit more reluctant though. It'll be a reluctant yes. All right, so there's that. Now, perhaps your guy may not be much of the sort. Maybe the opposite of these types of men, a bit more laxed, passive, maybe even the pushover type, to where he doesn't mind if his partner make, more risky decisions and just have access and just take on everything, or most things, or be the driving force or the dictator in a relationship. He may not mind that all that much. So, and with that, he might just go with the flow because he's probably not going anywhere else anyway. So why not? So you may have that type of guy, and being able to pull off a full-on proposal with this type of guy probably will go off without a hitch. It would probably be far more successful with this type of man than with the other. Now, keep in mind another iffy possibility. So we have to weigh all the what ifs and, that could possibly happen. So just say, for example, your person, your partner has really been contemplating getting engaged for some time, but he may not have done so because he actually has a plan. His plan could be to get himself together financially, make sure his credit is where it needs to be, just want to have everything lined up. Furthermore, he may have already beat you to the punch. Maybe he already have a special date planned out with family and friends for your engagement. Now, what if that is so? And then you go ahead and do whatever you're going to do before he actually makes the move. So to try to avoid that from happening, that train wreck, is you really want to probe your guy. You really want to ask questions. What is the time frame do you think we'll both be ready for marriage? Questions along that, not anything that's going to come off as being too pushy or you're just ready to just get married right away once you're engaged. No, but you really want to probe, ask some probing questions, maybe just once, feel him out, see where his head is, or his heart for that matter. And then you can kind of just, whatever, take it from there. Whatever his answers are, just go with the flow. You understand? So, but just know there may be some questions. My question for you is, what is the motive for you taking this sort of step towards or with your person? Is there a motive behind it? Are you just ready to, get the wedding over and just go ahead and begin to start your life? Like, there has to be a reason to why a woman would, not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but you want to make sure that it's for a good cause, and not that it is some sort of ulterior motive behind it. You understand what I'm saying? Because he will be thinking that, what's the rush? That sort of thing. Next, you really need to know if he is truly ready for engagement. Is he mentally, emotionally, hell, even financially invested in this lifelong endeavor? And you should already know that. If you yourself have had to have some sort of doubt along the way that maybe perhaps he isn't in it wholeheartedly, or at least 90%, there's been some moments where you really questioned the strength of your connection. If you've had to do that, well, okay, yeah, we probably want to wait, because what you want to be certain of, so that you don't embarrass yourself, is that he is truly and genuinely invested. And regardless who pops the question, it's going to be yes, like instantly. You need to be certain that that's going to happen. Another question for you is, if you're going to provide him with a ring as a show of that he's engaged, are you too going to have a ring for yourself? That's something you should think about as well. Okay? And lastly, as gung-ho and excited as you may be about pondering about proposing to your man, you should really think about what would you do, how would you feel, and what would you say if he were to say no. Are you ready for that? Okay? Just a little food for thought, just some questions you should put out there for yourself. All right? I mean, why wouldn't you have thought of that? You want to think about pretty much more of the cons, just so you can brace yourself for the possible, inevitable, but you don't know. But again, it really goes back to knowing and studying your partner's behavior, just to see if he is really truly ready for a proposal, so that you don't embarrass yourself. I know we've seen someone on TV who has done this and it didn't go as planned. I can name a couple couples, a couple young ladies. It still hasn't happened. It's been like over 10 years, okay, after making that proposal. So again, it really depends on your type of guy. All right. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Be sure to reach out to me if you're new to my channel. I do dating and relationship coaching. All of my information will be linked down below. But I thank you, love, for joining me. That is all for now. Until next time.